Hello fashion enthusiasts, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how to gather your fabric using a manual sewing machine. If you're just seeing my video for the first time, you're welcome. Please do subscribe to this YouTube channel. And to my returning subscribers, welcome and welcome and welcome again. There are a few things you'll be needing for this. You'll be needing your measuring tape, you'll be needing your scissors, you'll be needing your thread and a chalk. Gathers are small folds that are added to the hem of a garment, mostly for adding volume and also for aesthetic purposes. To gather your fabric, you want to ensure that you start gathering from half an inch into your fabric. You can see what I'm doing. You start gathering from half an inch into your fabric. One important tip to note while gathering your fabric with your manual sewing machine is that the lever of your stitch regulator has to be at the last dimension. That thing I'm holding is the lever of your stitch regulator, so it has to be at the last dimension. If your stitch regulator is faulty and it goes up and down, like I've seen in some sewing machines, all you have to do is that you just have to hold that part, because if it moves, it can actually spoil what you're doing. Because here I'm going to teach you how to use your sewing machine to gather fabric, to gather your fabric here. So just pay attention. Few other things to note while gathering your fabric with sewing machine is that you don't drag your fabric. You don't drag your fabric at the back. You just sew. So that means if your sewing machine does not move on it, does not move fabric, you have to make sure that you correct that error, because the fabric has to move by itself. Then another thing again is that you don't tie, you don't back stitch. Yeah, that's the right word. You don't back stitch while you want to use your sewing machine together. So what you just do that you pull the thread through either the front thread or the back thread. You just pull one of them. Don't pull both. Just pick get one of them and pull. Then while you're pulling the thread, you're also pulling your fabric backwards. You're doing it gently because the thread is not so strong and it can break. And once it breaks, the whole the whole effort has become wasted, and you just have to repeat the process. So you have to make sure that you're very patient and careful with this. It takes time, but it's worth it. In the process of gathering your fabric, you have to ensure that your gathers get to the other part of the fabric. You have to ensure that. And another thing is, before it gets to the last part of the fabric, you have to like leave half an inch or an inch space or allowance at the other part of the fabric. The reason for that is that you could pull and the fabric will just straighten out. That's when you exceed that limit. So just ensure that you leave at least that the distance from the other part of the fabric. I don't know if you understand what I mean by the other part, like the width, the other part. So the distance from that part to the last gather should be like an inch. There should be like an inch distance or half an inch. So just ensure that you always give that space so that your gathers can remain. Because if you pull it or you exceed that limit, the fabric could straighten out because that part is not tied. You can see the gathers looking so pretty. This is the effect you get using your sewing machine to make gathers. So if you feel like the gathers are too tight and you want it to be a bit loose, all you just do is to pull the fabric towards the thread. That's the long thread, the one you've pulled. Yeah, that one I'm holding. So all you just need to do is to pull the fabric towards it to ease it out. That's just what you do. You can see me doing it here to adjust it if it's too tight. If it's too loose, what you do in that case is that you just pull the thread away from the fabric. If it's too tight, you pull the fabric towards the thread. Then if it's too loose, you pull the thread away from the fabric. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, guys. So if you're following up to this point, and you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe. Subscribe, guys. And if you've subscribed, thank you so much. So I'll be showing you another method of making gathers on your fabric using your sewing machine. This is a different one. This method is actually for thicker fabrics. First method I showed you works best for very light fabrics. So you can use this for thicker fabrics. So what you do is that same thing, half inch into your fabric. Then with this, you have to use your thumb and your middle finger. Sorry, your index finger and your middle finger. So what you just do is that you push your fabric towards your needle plate. Yeah, with your two fingers, just push the fabric towards the needle plate, then you sew. You have to be very careful and patient with this. You just push and sew. With this, you need to use your index finger and your middle finger. You use your fingers to push the fabric towards your needle plate, and you sew. You have to be patient with this, take your time, and also be careful of potential hazards. The needle and your fingers, so just be careful. That's why it should be half inch into the fabric, so you can see it. I don't know if you know these methods I've shown you today and you've tried both, tell me which do you prefer. Tell me the one you prefer in the comment section. So with this, there are no specific rules like don't backstitch, don't pull your fabric. There's no rule like that, because with this, you are, apart from the sewing machine helping you with it, you're also putting your efforts. So, and you need to stitch, you need to backstitch, you need to backstitch what you're doing so that it can stay. So this is what the second method of gathering your fabric looks like. This is what it looks like. Guys, which do you prefer? Tell me in the comment section, the first method or the second. Which do you prefer and which do you think you can use? So this second method is best for heavyweight fabrics, and the first method I showed you is best for lightweight fabrics. Yes, this one is best for lightweight fabrics, the one where you have to pull the thread. You can use that for your lightweight fabrics. Then the second one I showed you, where you have to use your index finger and your middle finger, is best for heavyweight fabrics. Okay guys, so we've come to the end of today's video, and please do like this video, support me by liking, sharing with your friends, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not. So till next time, guys, stay positive, stay happy, stay stylish. Bye.